Monday, March 6th. It's a new week, a new video, all that good stuff. I've got 3 envelopes here. Let's take a look at this one first. It's got a corner gnawed off of it by a hungry postal machine, apparently. This one, I believe, is an eBay purchase. It's postmarked from Springfield, Mass. I still have one card that I'm waiting for from my purchase about a couple weeks ago, so hopefully that's exactly what this one is. It's postmarked on February 27th, so it took like a week to get here, and that's weird that, yeah, that corner got gnawed off, and tried to rip it right near there, and it's sealed up, cut from the inside, it looks like, so that's weird, but oh well, hopefully this works and gets the card out. This should be the last of my 72s that I am waiting on. Unfortunately, this guy has not signed much by mail lately. He used to be good for a while. It would take a little while, though, to come back. So that may be the case here again, but we might try this out and mail it out. But Pat Corrales on his 72 in-action card. I have the regular 72 base card already signed. Picked that up, I think, off eBay a while back. But I don't have the in-action one, so we'll probably send that out here and hope it comes back some point in the next year or so, because that seems to be how long Pat Corrales has been taking to sign. 2 TTMs here to talk about. We've got a RR postmark from Atlanta. We'll take a look at this one first. I believe there's going to be one for the 72 set. And it's a guy that I paid $10 for in a recent eBay purchase. Picked up the card on eBay, mailed it out, $10, and got it back here with Mr. Ron Reed, and he did indeed write a short note back as well. So Reed charges $10 to sign, so I sent him 10, and he says back, on behalf of kids with cancer at Camp Sunshine, thank you for your $10 donation. All proceeds from my signings go to these kids. God bless, RR. Right there. Nice little note there. And he signed the card very nicely there as well. That's in kind of a, looks like a blue ballpoint pen or maybe a blue Sharpie, like a thin tip Sharpie, but it comes out real nice on there. There we go. That's card number 787, the last card of the 1972 top set. So I now have the first and the last one signed, and well, a whole bunch in between. I mean, I'm closing in. I might be able to hit 600 by the end of the year if I get a little bit of help here and there with some trades, purchases, something like that, because I'm just about out of guys that sign for under $10 each now that I've mailed off a whole bunch recently. So, yeah, we'll see about that. See if I can add more, see if I can hit that 600 goal by the end of the year. Moving into the world of hockey, this one's postmarked from Denver, Colorado, and the initials on it are YS. It's very rare that I'm able to pick up a set need by mail here lately, the way that it's been, but I mean, that's what happens when you get down to just the last few here and there, but this is one that I tried out. I figured, I found an address. I'll give him a shot and see if it works. And indeed, Jan Stastny did sign his card for the Upper Deck rookie class set from the 06-07 season. Jan and Paul are both in there. I was able to get Paul by mail several years ago through the team he was with at the time. I think he was with, I want to say Vegas at the time, but I could be wrong on that. Don't remember now for certain. Yeah, he's bounced around a little bit. So, but yeah, Jan played for a while with the Bruins, with the Oilers, went over to Europe for a while. Back in the U.S. now and lives in the Colorado, the Denver area, in the state of Colorado. There we go. Almost a Colorado area, which is kind of a wide area there. But yeah, got that one done. We're down to only needing 4 on the 06-07 set, 5 in the 05-06 set, so 9 total for that project of all of the rookie class sets that came out there in the early to late 2000s. So yeah, nice start to the week here. So 2 set editions, one that I can mail out that hopefully will get added to the set as well. And yeah, it's a good way to start the week out. It's Tuesday the 7th, and boy, do I have a big mail day right here. 4 items, all TTMs right here. And one of them might be a really, really big one, so we're going to save that one to last. We'll go through some of these other ones here. Let's start with the baseball one, then we'll go to the hockey world. So, baseball one's from Memphis, Tennessee. The initials on it are BM. I'm pretty sure this is former Tigers pitcher Brian Maxey that's in here. Remember seeing him pitch for them in the mid-90s. So let's see here. See what we got. Looks like he wrote a note back in here as well. And right at the bottom of my letter said, thanks for your interest, Drew, Brian Maxey. And he did indeed sign. Let's see, all the cards I sent. So sent 4 cards. He signed all of them. We'll show you 2 of them right here. 96 Fleer, 96 Donruss. I always like 94 and 96 Donruss a lot, and I don't have enough of those signed. I might have to see if I can just grab a box somewhere along the line just to do a quick box break on just for the hell of it. It's a fun design. So, there you go. Brian Maxey to start things out. Very good there. So, yeah, like I said, let's go into the hockey world next. We'll go with CJ out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. The guy who played for a whole bunch of teams. He was with the Bruins. He was with the Blues. He was supposed to be traded to the Canucks, refused to report, and Got sent back to the Blues, bounced around a little bit after that for a while, but it should be Mr. Craig Janney. And indeed, we do have Craig Janney here. So, yeah, signed, looks like all 4 that I sent. Show you 2 of them right there. So there you go, one of those Bruins ones there. It's not quite his rookie card. I think he may have had one in the Thumbtack year, but I'm not certain. But yeah, good stuff there. It's the second time I've written to him. I wrote to him, I think, back in like 2016 or so it's quite a while since I did last. Next one up, we've got one in Florida. This is a postmark from Tampa Bay from RF. This guy who played for the Lightning, he played for the Penguins, came up as a Flyer originally, and is a native of Ukraine. It's Mr. Ruslan Fedotenko that we should be finding in here. And yeah, it is indeed, and he signed all 4 cards that I sent. Show you the Penguins, one of the Flyers, one right there. Love that signature he gives. It's a Cyrillic signature right there. I can tell that's definitely a Cyrillic F right in there. But yeah, cool stuff there. I wrote to him back in, I want to say like 2007, 2008, something like that. It was back when I was still in Wichita Falls and when I was still kind of first starting to get back into TTMing again. So I was looking through him like, he's still signed. I've still got some cards of him. Yeah, let's send a few off. So there we go. Now, the big one here. This is one that, if it's who I think it is, it's a card I needed for one of my sets. And I had somebody offer to sell it to me for $300 a while back. I'm like, nope, not happening there. This is a guy who, it's in the Upper Deck rookie class sets. He's probably a future Hall of Famer. It's from the 05-06 set, one of the first 3 cards in that set. And if you know that set well, you know the first 3 cards are guys who are probably going to be in the Hall of Fame. You've got Sidney Crosby, card number 1. You've got Alexander Ovechkin, card number 2. And then you have card number 3, Henrik Lundqvist. That is one of the biggest TTM scores I have had ever. I mean, this is... Yeah, I'm kind of shocked right now because, I mean, I'd seen a few mailed successes to him. I saw one from a guy who had sent to him, and it took over a year to come back. He sent it through the Rangers, I think he said. And I saw one on SCN that said it was to a private address. Took about a month. I tried messaging the guy and asked, hey, you know, was this private address his home address, restaurant address, something else? Never heard anything back. So I figured, you know what? Let's take a chance. Let's try the home address that I found on White Pages. About a month later, got it back. So there we go. One of my biggest hits that I've had in a while, possibly since the start of this channel even. I mean, so there you go. And it just goes to show you, I mean, put in some research, find an address, give it a try. What's the worst that happens? I could replace that card for $25 if I had not gotten it back. And I was all set to do that. I'm thinking, yeah, that's probably not going to come. We'll get a couple more for $25. And no, there it was. Came back signed. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in. Probably babbling out at this point. I'm just freaking excited about getting Henrik Lundqvist back. So there you go. Hopefully I'll have some more coming this week as well. Now I've at least got a purchase that'll be coming in. So if I don't have any TTMs, we'll at least have that coming up. Thursday, March 9th, I got 2 TTMs and a purchase to take a look at. We'll go with the purchase here first. So I'm hoping that some of you have read my article I posted on Sports Collectors Daily. If you haven't, go to sportscollectorsdaily.com and just search for Drew Pelto. You'll be able to find it come up there. But I did one on the 10 toughest living baseball autographs. And after that got posted and put to Twitter and Facebook and everywhere, somebody messaged on Twitter with a link from Signatures for Soldiers. And it had Mike Kekich autographs, including on his 72 Topps card, and it said $75 for it. And somebody said, hey, wasn't somebody that writes for you guys looking for this? And so Rich from SCD tags me in it, and I see that, and I'm like, ooh, that's I'm going to have to pull the trigger on that one, I think. So it was listed on their site for $100. Kekich, the only signing that he's done ever, he was charging $60 for cards, and I had paid $75, so kind of right in between those there, but the sale price they had marked down, and so I was able to get the Mike Kekich card for my 1972 Topps set. I usually don't pay that much for something, but I mean, it's for a good cause. They do a lot of stuff with homeless, disabled, anybody like that, any vets that are, yeah, any kind of, like, yeah, wounded vets, yeah, homeless vets, anything like that. Anything, they do a lot of with various charities supporting them. And so, yeah, when I saw that on there, it's like, all right, it's a little bit more than he was charging at his last signing, but if I had the money at the time, I probably would have paid for it just because, I mean, I needed it for my set, but at the time I was saving money for my trip last summer, so I didn't. 100 this time would have been a bit high, but I was able to get it down for 75 there. That's what they had it listed at, so I'm perfectly happy to add that in. Also picked up Brad Keller and Pete Fairbanks for the Topps Heritage Sets 2021 right there. There we go. Try to keep the light glare off of it. So there you go. I mean, 3 pickups right there that all help out sets that I'm working on, and donating money to a good cause, too. So real happy with those. And yeah, I mean, that's a huge one to be able to land right there and finally getting that Mike Kekich. Let's check out those TTMs. First one, I don't know which one this is. I know I can narrow it down to one of 2 people. The initials on it are BM, but it did not get postmarked. You'll see right there, they just drew a line through the stamps on it. So don't really know who this is. It's either going to be Bobby Meacham or Brad Miller. Based on thickness, it could be either one. Excuse me, because I think I sent the same number of cards to each of them. So let's take a look. Let's find out who it was. Either way, it took only about maybe a week and a half to come back to me. And I think they both were known to be pretty rapid signers. So let's see what we got here. This one, it was, oh, wow. Going off the rails on this one. Instead, it was Brian McRae. Forgot that I mailed off to him at the same time. And so we'll show you 2 of those. Went for some oddball ones right there. Got the 1993 Hostess Baseballs Cupcake one right there. And got the minor league pro cards there with the Memphis Chicks. I always like that design there, with the wood border and the kind of gold nameplate on it. Looks pretty cool. So very happy to add those ones in. Also about a week and a half. So, yeah, that's the problem with writing to a bunch of guys that all have the same initials there. If it doesn't get postmarked, I don't know which one it is. So went for one of 2, and it turned out to be a 3rd one. So this one, though, I'm about certain on. This one, the initials on it are, maybe I'm not so certain. No, we'll find out. This is under JR. It's postmarked from Canada. Not sure which part of Canada, but I'm pretty sure this is my Jim Rutherford rookie card that is in here. So add another Hall of Fame rookie card here to the collection, if that is what I've got here. I think he's the only JR that I've written to in Canada recently. So let's see here. Yes, indeed, it is Jim Rutherford, and he did add his Hall of Fame year at the bottom as requested. That came out very nice. Picked a great spot there to put that Hall of Fame year in. So there we go, another Hall of Famer rookie card to go in. Of course, I mean, he got it mostly for his work as a GM, but he was a solid goalie for a number of years there in the NHL, too. So there you go. Real happy to get that one in. So there we go. Great stuff coming in today. Hopefully I have some more to talk about this week. It's Thursday. I've got 2 more mail days here yet before we hang it up for the week. So, yeah, hopefully there's more coming after this. It's Friday the 10th, and check out that stack of mail right there. That is 6 TTMs today, plus an item coming my way, courtesy of Rich Mueller up at Sports Collectors Daily. We're talking about stuff with the latest article that I wrote, and he said, hey, I might have some 72s that you might need. So sent me some scans and said, yeah, take a look, see if there's anything you need. So we worked out a deal on those, and I've got a few coming my way here. So show those off to you here first before we get into the TTMs. All stuff that I need for my set. Very happy to add these in. Let's see here. I think Rich said that he actually TTM'd all these himself back in the 70s and 80s. So, yeah, good stuff here. But go here in this order. We'll go with Jerry Kenny first. I've already got the Jerry Kenny in there, but I got one in a trade that was kind of smeared up. So it was a good placeholder for a while. Finally got it replaced here with a nice red Sharpie variation there. We've got Charlie Sands, ballpoint pen signature on that. We have Joe Horner, also a ballpoint pen signature on his. We have Billy Champion, ballpoint pen, very light ballpoint pen. It's kind of signed in that blue area there above him, but hopefully you can kind of see it in there. And the Jim Bibby autograph on the 72 Cardinals rookie stars. Jorge Roque and Santiago Guzman are the other 2 on that. Not sure I'm ever going to be able to finish that off. Looks like Guzman was a native of Dominican Republic, Roque from Puerto Rico. Might have a chance. I'll keep an eye out, though, see if there's any signings or anything like that, or any reputable addresses found. But, hey, great stuff there. Thanks to Rich for that. So let's get down to these TTMs now, since, I mean, there's 6 of them here. I know who a few of them are. I looked them all up. I kind of forgot by now who they all were, but I'll go through the ones I remember at least and name them off before I open them up. Let's see here. We're going to... Let's go with this one first. So this one from the Metroplex of Michigan, initials under TB, and this should hopefully be an addition for my Topps Total set. I'm down to only 6. I hopefully will be down to only 5 after this with Todd Bertuzzi, hopefully, in this one. And indeed, we have Todd Bertuzzi. He even wrote a short note back. He said, thanks for the letter. Hope this finds you well. Salute, Todd Bertuzzi, 44. So there you go. Pretty cool right there. He put in a signed photo here, one of these 4x6s from his time with the Canucks. And, of course, the card that I sent to him is signed in black Sharpie. I will gladly take that. I am now down to 5 on the 0203 Topps Total set. And to top it all off, I included $10, and he returned it. So, very good return right there. Very happy to receive that back. And yeah, so I talked on my Twitter feed about, hey, maybe I'll show off that Topps Total set here coming up soon. And I think now I have a really good reason to, since I'm down to 5 cards only that I need on it. So yeah, real happy to add that one in. Next up, we have TH from Capital District. I know that's around the DC area. I can't remember who I mailed to down there. This is one that I'm forgetting already. But yeah, let's all be surprised and have some fun with this one. And that's right, it was Tony Horacek, former Flyers tough guy back in the late 80s to early 90s. Signed a ballpoint pen. It didn't show up too well on the Bowman card, but does at least look good on these Pro Set ones here. So I'll show you both of those. Signed off, kind of off to the side on those. But I mentioned it's kind of cool that he wore 21. It's weird that 21 has been the Flyers tough guy number forever. I mean, it was Dave Brown, of course, had it before him. I think who was Jim Cunningham? I think may have had it for a little bit. After him, of course, Sandy McCarthy wore it for a bit. Horacek here, Dan Kordick. Yeah, several players. It's like their toughest guy was always wearing 21 for some reason. So it only made sense that Horacek wore it there. Even he might not have been the same fighter as the other guys were there, but still, he's willing to do it at least. Moving right along, BH from Santa Ana, California. Another one where I'm forgetting who it is. So yeah, let's all be surprised and have some fun with this. BH from California is Mr. Brian Hayward. That is right. Forgot that I had sent to him. Show you these two right here. Signs everything you send him, which is pretty cool. But there you go. There's the two 90-91 score and score rookie traded right there. So always like getting the kind of oddball traded sets like that signed whenever I can. Let's see. RM from Palm Beach, Florida. Forgetting on this one too. We'll yeah, we're just going to be surprised on most of these here. I think I'll be able to remember at least, yeah, one more out of the rest of these. Let's see here. Oh, it's actually, both of them after this I'll be able to remember, I think. And yeah, that's right, this was Rusty Meacham, former pitcher for several teams, including the Detroit Tigers. Remember him with the Tigers most, even though I think he only played 1 year with them before going off elsewhere to the Royals, I know, notably. But did a couple cards right there. I was like that Don Russ rookies set there and any minor league stuff I can come across, so very happy to find those and add those and get them signed. We've got JH, postmark from Spokane, Washington. This is going to be Jody Hull. This is a guy that I've been planning on TTMing for probably 20 years now and never managed to send out at any point. Now it's like, okay, he's in the U.S. He signs very quickly. I have no reason not to send to him. So yeah, I pulled a bunch of cards of him. We'll go with, I'll show you these two, the Flyers one and the Whalers one, because, I mean, let's be honest, you can never go wrong with a Hartford Whalers card. There you go. There's those. He's another one who'll sign pretty much everything you send to him, so real happy to get him. And our last one, this is a guy who played for two of my favorite teams. He was the Pittsburgh Penguins for a season, and then played for the Blue Jackets for a while, closest team to me as a kid. Actually, more closest team to me as a high school and college kid. But yeah, this is going to be Matthew Guerin. Played goalie for them, played with, he was with what? Montreal, of course, maybe Tampa. Can't remember who else, but he's a great signer he's a great signer in person. I got him there when I was collecting in person. He's a great signer by mail as well. Played for the Oilers. There we go. And the Kings. So there you go. We'll show you these two because I got the Columbus one right there and a Kings one. So there you go. Am I missing anybody? No, that's all he had played for through his time with the Blue Jackets at least. So it's Canadians, Kings, Oilers, Penguins, Blue Jackets. There you go. Matthew Guerin. Great stuff. The big thing, though, is that Todd Bertuzzi, I have been wanting to get that one signed for 20 years now. And it's funny because the Canucks were one of the first teams I saw after getting those cards, and Bertuzzi was not a good signer in person at all. So being able to get that one done, huge hit right there. I'm down to 5 now that I need out of 440 cards. So, wow. Real happy to get that one. So, tomorrow, hopefully have some mail coming to me. If not, I'm going to be hitting the card show on Sunday. We'll have that after this at least. So, have at least a little something to follow this up. All right, it is Saturday, March 11th. I have 2 eBay purchases and 3 TTMs all here. Nice way to finish out the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at these eBay purchases first. I think I know what both of them are. Not sure which one is which, though, so that'll be a little bit of a surprise. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got here. First one was bought from Jared Jennings out in Missouri. And this one is, yes, this is the Corey Snyder card that I have. Or that I needed, I should say, and now have. But it is the 1985 Topps Tiffany card. This is the, of course, his Olympic card. and it's the only one of the few national released cards that I am still missing in the Snyder collection, or was until now. So there you go, front and the back with the white cardstock there. So good stuff there. Finally got that one added in. It puts me at 249, or excuse me, no, that's right, 250 now of his cards and other card-like items, I guess is probably the best way to put it. Basically anything that's not like a premium item, like, you know, jerseys and stuff like that. This one, Stephen O'Brien in Florida. Bought this one from him. This one is a set need. Found this about a week or two ago. Bought it. Yeah. It's for the Diamond Kings set. It's taped down pretty well inside there. Got it out. And unfortunately, there's... top loader is like taped across it, so won't be able to reuse the top loader easily, but oh well. I got Steve Sachs, 1987 Donruss Diamond Kings card. So I now have both of the Sachs cards in there. I traded for his 1990 card a while back from, I think it was Brandon Stebbins out in California that traded with that to get that one. So this one picked up on eBay. Good stuff there. Moving right along, let's check out the TTMs here. We're going to go with sort of DG first. This one not postmarked at all anywhere on it, but this is courtesy of Dick Grote, former member of the Pirates, the Cardinals, maybe played with a couple other teams, but at the very least those two. Former basketball player too. And he signed both cards that I sent, which is great because I know for a while it didn't seem like he was signing anymore, and then started signing again, fired these two off, came back quickly. So there you go. It took about 2 weeks, I think, on the turnaround time on those. Very happy to receive those. I picked those up actually at the Dallas Card Show quite a while back and held off on sending them because I didn't see any successes. Now I do. Speaking of which, we'll be hitting the Dallas Card Show tomorrow, so I'll hopefully have some stuff on from there right after this. But right now we've got two more TTMs. JM, San Bernardino, California right here. This is going to be another helper for the 1972 top set, Mr. Jim Merritt on a high number. I also threw in the 1972 or 75 tops card as well with the Rangers. He did indeed sign both. Took about a week turnaround time on those. Very nice edition right there. Found the may have seen this a couple weeks ago on my video. I found that on eBay for fairly cheap, so very happy to add that one in. Last one, we have AT, also not postmarked. This one is one that I sent to the Detroit Tigers spring training. If you know your initials and people involved with all that stuff, you'll know this is, or at least should be, Baseball Hall of Famer Alan Trammell. Had one more set need for him. Fired off to him, and indeed got it back signed in blue nicely, too. So there we go. I mean, that's what? How many set hits did I pick up today? I mean, one purchase, two TTMs, and then, yeah, just some, 50s, 60s, 70s stuff as well. So super happy to add those ones in. Like I said, going to be hitting the Dallas Card Show tomorrow. We'll have a little bit from there, or about that at least, right after this. All right, I am sort of back from the Dallas Card Show today. Went out there with Aaron to see what we could find. And I picked up a whole bunch of stuff here that's hopefully, some are going to go out in the mail, some are going to be for other projects, but I'll show those off at least. So I've been working on the 1978 Topps set, unsigned, just for fun, I made a trade a while back for a whole bunch of, like, kind of a starter set, and it's like, well, let's go ahead and finish that off. So I'm now 16 away. I was at 21 away to start the day, and picked up 5 that I needed here, including the Nolan Ryan record breaker, Pete Rose record, that fell down. Wow. There we go. Hopefully it'll stay up now. Yeah, Pete Rose record breaker, the Jack Morris rookie card with Larry Anderson, Tim Jones, and Mickey Mahler. That's sliding again. I'm not a fan of this table. I have to hold my phone here now with one hand. Let's see here. Del Alston, Rick Bossetti, Mike Easler, and Keith Smith rookie card right there. And the Dave Parker card as well. So, nothing I'm going to get signed, but, stuff I need to finish off that set. Some stuff that I will eventually hopefully get signed. We got the 1972 Steve Carlton. A decent deal on this one. It's a faded 1972 Nolan Ryan. Notice the corners and edges are all pretty good on it. The centering is not exactly hideous or anything. It's just faded is all. And, given the option of spending, $50 to $100 for one where the corners and edges are all really bad, or one for around the same price where just the color's a little faded, I'll take that faded one, no problem. Especially when you see some of the condition on some of the other cards in my set, which I'm sure all of you on the channel have seen before. Let's see here. Picked up the Rangers team card. I figure out who to get to sign that one. I think one of their writers from back when they first started out may still be around. Try him. Got Archie Reynolds, high number. One that I probably will never be able to get signed is the Steve Hovley, high number. Need it for the set, though, anyways. High number Joe Horland. High number Gail Hopkins, which it turns out I already had this one, not signed, but still I already have it, so it's one for trade if somebody has a high number that I need, so that one's available. Bob Berta, high number. This one I can probably get 2 out of 3 on. Tom Hutton, John Milner, and Rick Miller. I believe Milner is dead. The other 2 are still live and both signed, so try them soon. And one from Les Kane, who charges a ton to sign, but hey, I've got it just in case his fee ever comes down. A few non-set items, but that I just like getting done. A couple of Hall of Fame rookie cards, including Leroy Jordan. I think he signs for like $5 by mail. Jackie Smith, who also signs for about $5 by mail. Cliff Harris signs for like $5 or $10 by mail. And we've got Ken Anderson, who's not yet in the Hall of Fame, but picking that up on a speculative because I think he might get in eventually. So there you go. That's about everything we got. Oh, other than this whole crazy pile of boxes right here behind me. It's 8 3,200 count boxes. Picked those up for $40 total. So people creeping on me again. What is this? God. So yeah, 8 3,200 count boxes. Filled with mostly junk-era commons and stuff, a few minor stars, but yeah, Aaron and I decided to pick that up because we got a deal on that for $40. We ended up paying, so $20 each that we paid to get that. So we're going to spend the next little bit of time going through those, and we'll have video for that in its own video. We're not going to bore everybody with all that all in here. So thanks for tuning in this week. Once again, check out sportscardforum.com and sportscollectors.net for all things related to needing addresses for TTMing. You can also make sure to listen to the TTM Cast podcast with myself and Jeff Baker. New episode went up back on Friday. We'll have stuff coming this week on Wednesday for TTM Cast one-on-one and our regular show on Saturday morning. We'll see you around. We'll have another video of going through some of the stuff here from these boxes. And, of course, my regular TTM video from next week. All right, it is Monday. I think it's the 13th, if I remember right. Start of a new week. I have 4 TTM regular size envelopes and 1 big envelope here to take a look at. Let's go ahead and break on into this. We'll go with the big one first here. So this is from Mr. Brooks Robinson. Mailed a photo, some money, and yeah, we'll see how this turned out. I'm sure it's awesome because, I mean, it's Brooks freaking Robinson. So let's see what we've got here. All right. Trying to very carefully remove this from this big envelope. And wow, yeah, that did turn out great. Let me make sure there's nothing else in there. We're good. And it's 11 by 14 photo signed with the 16 gold gloves inscription on it. Super happy to get this back. I mean, I knew it was going to be coming eventually. He's been nearly automatic with his SIGs. And yeah, I paid, it was $25 what I put in with it. So got the photo printed up and yeah, I mean, it has posed with all of his gold gloves there. And so that's how you put that in particular inscription for it. Super happy to get that back. I mean, that is awesome. And yeah, I'm finally officially done mailing to Brooks Robinson at this point. I've gotten him on all of my set cards, 11 by 14. The only way that I'm going to send to him again is if I get a good deal on a rookie card for cheap. Then I'll pick that up and send it off, but I'm not really expecting that at all. So there you go. I'm probably done with Brooks Robinson now. So fun times there. Great stuff. Very happy to get that back. So 4 TTMs here. Let's see here. We're going to go with GB first. Postmark from Jacksonville, Florida. I think this is a former Cleveland Brown that we're going to be getting in here. I believe, yeah, based on the upside-down envelope, I think I remember sending this one. I think this is going to be Gary Barnidge, Brown's former tight end. He was a Pro Bowler as well. And let's see here. Got some paper around the cards here as well to help protect them a bit. And indeed, we do have Gary Barnidge here, and yeah, he signed all 4 cards that I sent. Used kind of a gold Sharpie that kind of got worse as each one went on, but hey, they worked out reasonably well, at least on a few, so there's 2 of them. Very happy to get those ones back. He was one of my favorites when he was with Cleveland, and I remember when the Browns first acquired him, I'm thinking, who the hell is this guy that's going to be our starting tight end? And then he goes out there and he lights it up, so what the hell do I know? So great to get those back. Let's continue on. We have BD from Kansas City. I thought originally this was going to be, what was it, Bob Dernier, but it's pretty fast to come back from there. And there's more than 1 card in here, so I don't know who this is. We're all going to be surprised together here. BD from KC. And this would be, it actually is Bob Dernier. Okay, he put in a piece of cardboard to help protect the card. and signed my set card for the fan favorite set. That's the 2005 Topps fan favorite set. Has a $5 fee. I paid that along with mailing that off, and very quick return on that. So Bob Durning surprised me there with the cardboard being in there. So fun stuff there. Moving on, Los Angeles MH, the initials in this one. Excuse me. I'm trying to remember who MH was. I looked all these up earlier, and I mean, that was this morning. I've done a few things since then. So I'm going to find out who MH is and what they signed for me. MH is, oh, that's right. That is Mark Hardy, former member of the Kings and the Rangers. Signed all 4 cards that I sent, as I pretty much expected he would. There's 2 of them there, one with the Giants, one with the Kings, one with the Rangers. And yeah, I think those are the only 2 he played with. He went from the Kings to the Rangers and came back to the Kings later on in his career. So good stuff right there. And our 4th one, this is from BH, Mid-Island, New York. I believe this is going to be Benoit Hogue that we've got in here. Another hockey success, hopefully. It's one that I've never written to, which is weird, because I mean, I've had cards to pull to send out to him for about 25 years, and I've never gotten around to mailing to him. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and send those out now. And there we go. Yeah, he signed all 4 that I sent. Show you the Sabres and Islanders ones there. Check those out. So there you go, Benoit Hogue, very quick response. All these took about 2 weeks, aside from Barnage, who was about 3 months or so. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if it takes, a week or 3 years. As long as I get it back, I'm cool with that. I mean, faster is better, obviously, but there you go. So, there you have it. Got Brooks Robinson there as well. 5 total successes today. Pretty good midday at the mailbox. My hot streak is continuing here to start out this week. All right, so today is, Thursday the 16th. It is St. Urho's Day among the Finnish Americans. So, screw that. Hena circa, mene tauta hitten to all my fellow Finns out there. So, got mail from a couple days ago, actually. I didn't do a video of this. The envelope that these cards came in got a little bit of WD-40 on the outside of it, so I had to rush to open it up, so I didn't, and just, make sure the cards were safe. Fortunately, they were. But I'm going to go ahead and show those off before I show off the item I picked up from eBay here. So, what I got out of those ones, it was, first off, Stump Merrill, former Yankees manager, signed 3 cards for me. There's one right there. Said right over his face on that one, but the 1990 came out slightly better. It looks a little bit like his autograph is coming out of his nose a little bit there, so pretty fancy sneeze right there, I gotta say. So, yeah, there's that. And also Mr. Lowell Palmer for the 72 set. $10 fee from him. Absolutely beautiful autograph, though. I mean, check that out. Every single letter. Nice, bright blue Sharpie right there. Comes out great. $10. I will gladly pay that. It's a high number as well. Had to buy the card there, but pay a little extra to buy the card, I should say. So there you go. Got those that came in the other day. I was supposed to have one that came in yesterday, and it's not here. It also did not arrive in today's mail either, so I also noticed we have a different mail person delivering today. I'm wondering if those 2 things might be related, because, I mean, had some issues recently with the post office, so yeah. Maybe they're finally taking stuff seriously. I hope my one that I'm missing shows up. So, anyways, eBay purchase. Let's see what we got here. This is going to be a set need that I picked up from Baseball Card Exchange, Steve Hart out of Indiana. We'll show you what we've got here. This is it's not a baseball one, though. This is going to be a hockey one from the Baseball Card Exchange. Alrighty, then. So, this one is for one of my hockey sets. Like I said, this is for the, what do we call those? The Upper Deck Rookie Class sets. I had only 10 to go on them. Then I suddenly was down to 9 when I got Stastny, 8 when I got Henrik Lundqvist. Well, now I'm going to be down to only 7 to go, as I have picked up Alex Perez-Hogan. Perez-Hogan, a little bit of a villain in Cleveland hockey history. Of course, he had that stick fight with, I think it was Drew Stafford, if I remember right, and ended up landing Drew Stafford in the hospital over it. He got Perez-Hogan got a 1-year suspension from all of pro hockey, so all of North American pro hockey at least, and it happened to be the lockout year, so I think he went back over, played in the KHL that year, then came back, played a little bit in the NHL, and went back to KHL again for the rest of his career. So it was one that I never figured I was going to get, or at least I was going to have a real tough time getting. Very happy to have found that one on eBay at $4 plus $4 shipping, and came in a padded envelope, so I'll gladly take that $4 shipping on it. So there you go. Hopefully I'll have some more stuff to talk about on Friday or Saturday on here. Yeah, this is the rare 2-week edition, in case you haven't noticed yet. I got kind of lazy there since I had the card show on Sunday and didn't feel like doing any editing. And By the time I felt like doing any editing, it was already Tuesday. It's like, yeah, screw it. We're just going to just roll on through the whole time. So there you go. We'll have some more, I hope, right after this. All right, it's St. Patrick's Day. Got the Dropkick Murphys sweatshirt out and a red hat, so I look kind of like a Christmas tree, but whatever. Anyways, I have mail here today. We've got a piece of a purchase that ended up getting here late, but yeah, I'll show that off. And then, is this four? Yeah, 4 TTMs, which I had looked up all of them earlier, and I've kind of forgot what most of them are, but yeah, we'll go through those anyway. So the first one, this was a purchase I made a few weeks ago, and I forgot one of the cards from it, so said, yeah, hey, I'll send it your way, so we'll show that off to you here. It was my Corey Snyder stuff. And this is a 1988 O-Pee-Chee blank back. Got the front there, O-Pee-Chee logo at the bottom. There you go. And, yeah, blank back. So, excuse me, another one of those to add to the collection. I'm at 251 Corey Snyder items now. Moving right along, let's see what we have in the TTMs here. First one is from KH. It's postmarked in Boston, Massachusetts. And probably see, it looks like it got some severe water damage, so hopefully the cards in here are going to be all right. These are Ken Hodge Jr. should be in here. And so, feels like the cards are, yeah, I put them in a plastic holder for me, so that's good. So if there was any water damage, there's not anymore. So, or there ended up not being after all. So, yeah, Ken Hodge Jr. I mean, I've written to Ken Hodge Sr. before several times. Got him a couple of times, and I've got Jr. to go along with it. Show off 2 of those right there. Sign them all in blue. Hodge family, very good signers. Both Ken Sr. and Ken Jr. will respond very quickly and sign a ton. Moving along, let's see here. We have, oh yes, DA from Salt Lake City, Utah. This one is a multi-sport one here, and if you can put all those together, you probably know exactly who this is. Mr. Danny Ainge should be in here. Boston Celtic great. Toronto Blue Jay great. And yes, he signed both the cards that I sent, both in the 81 design. One is the 81 Topps card, and one is the 92 Topps Archives in the 81 design there. So cool to have those kind of a matching pair right there out of those from Danny Ainge. Moving along here, we have, I think this is MP from Charlotte, North Carolina. It's either MP or MR. I can't read my own writing. There's a little tail at the bottom there. So this is one I know I looked it up. Oh, I remember now. I think this is Mike Pagel, former Browns quarterback, that we're going to have in here. It feels like there's a card and an index card here, so that would be about right. And yes, indeed, that's who we have here. You signed both the card and the index card. Signed off to the side there. A lot of those guys I've noticed have done that. They won't sign it right over the logo at all. So, cool. Happy to get those in. Pagel was the backup during to Bernie Kosar during my most of my childhood there in the late 80s to early 90s. Happy to land that one. Last one here, we have DR. Feels like 2 cards in here, but I only sent one to Denny Riddleberger, so we'll see if that's him in here or not. If he is, it's an addition to the 72 set at least, so let's see here. I know it looks like just the 1 card here, so just felt a little awkward in the envelope there, but yeah, he signed it in a black ballpoint pen. So inching my way closer to needing only 300 more on the 72 Topps set. That's total signatures, not cards signed, so there you go. Good stuff. Yeah, so it's Friday, one more mail day. Hopefully I'll have some stuff tomorrow. I know I was supposed to have one other item today that didn't come in. Not too happy about that. The Postal Service here in Arlington is really, really pissing me off lately. So hopefully they'll correct that tomorrow. I mean, that Ken Hodge one was supposed to be in 2 days ago and just now got here today. So yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. And hopefully that one that I'm missing will be here tomorrow. Saturday the 18th, finally the end of this 2-week-long video, and got 3 items to show off here. 2 TTMs, 1 purchase from buysportscards.com. I do have a complaint, though, if this is the purchase from BSC, which I want to make sure of that first before I go complaining about it. But let's see here. It is indeed, I picked up the Ron Mix rookie card. Ron Mix is a offensive lineman back in the 60s, probably into the 70s as well. But, yeah, 1960 Fleeter here. Said very good condition. I'd say it's slightly above that, even. I mean, the corners are not great. The edges aren't great, but centering not bad at all. And, you know, no paper loss or anything like that. No marks on it, no creases. Very happy with that. However, the one complaint that I have is, take a look at that. That is just a plain 63-cent stamp that is on that envelope. Dude charged me $5 shipping. It doesn't even have the respect to put it into like a bubble mailer or a photo mailer or put tracking on it or anything like that for $5. So that's getting majorly pinged when I leave feedback. So See if anything gets done about it. 'Cause if it's anything like Sport Lots, it's going to be, okay, who cares? So it's not really going to help me at all. But yeah, I'll at least put it on there and see if they're better than Sport Lots in that regard, at least. So let's take a look at the TTMs here. Got one postmark from Tampa, Florida, from JC. I looked this one up, and I believe this is Jose Cardinal that we're going to see in here for my 72 set. This is the last of Cardinal's 3 cards. I got the other 2 in trades over time. And indeed, we do have Jose Cardinal inside, right above that traded logo there. I love the way that came out. So there we go, another 72 high number. Next one we have is from WM. No postmark on this, little check mark over the on the envelope there, which is interesting. Not sure what the deal is on that. But I believe this is going to be from Puerto Rico and Mr. Willie Montañez, another 1972 high number that I mailed off. Both of these coming back to me in about 2 weeks or so, I think, is about the time frame we're looking at here. And yes, indeed, it is Willie Montañez. Big blue signature on there. 72 high number with the rookie cup, the original style rookie cup there. So, yeah, card number 690 there for Willie Montañez. So, 272 editions, a 1960 Hall of Famers rookie card that's about to go out in the mail here pretty soon. Yeah, not too bad overall. Make sure to check it out, sportscollectors.net, sportscardforum.com, best place to find online for addresses. Tune into the TTM Cast podcast. I co-host with Jeff Baker, ttmcast.com. Yeah, we also got TTM Cast 1-on-1, which comes up usually Tuesday or Wednesday. We post that up along with the regular show on Saturdays. So yeah, go and download those, subscribe to those through whatever podcast service you listen to, and that's all I got here for this week, and actually the last 2 weeks here. Thanks for tuning in. I'll hopefully be back onto my normal 1-week schedule next week.